几百。再传画出来呀。
Okay, I guess you have done. Okay, let's discuss now. Where is the question? Okay, number, yeah, why traceability is important in managing requirement change? Anyone? Why do you think traceability is important? Sorry. Number one first. Possible impacts on change requirement. Okay, so this class, today's class, we discuss just discuss on the whiteboard. Remember the business change, business growth, technology growth or technology changes. Okay, then what else? Market change, the customers' requirement change, customers' expectation change, the market change, lot of things. So you can explain any point, 3 points. Okay, there are actually more than 3 points. Okay, differentiate between product related risk and process related risk. Can anyone give me example? You have to explain, then give me one example. Explanation 2 marks each, 2 2, and then example 1 1. So product related 3 marks, process related 3 marks. Anyone got do? Class, anyone got do? Got try this? Okay, product related risk, very easy. Product means any risk caused by the product. So meaning the product is the system that you are developing, right? So the system that you are developing unable to perform as it is supposed to be, okay, performing. For example, the functions fail. Okay, the system fail. At the end, your product doesn't work. Function fail. That is product risk. Okay, one example of product risk. Okay, failure. Then if when failure, when the product fail, what happened? Customer satisfaction will be destroyed. Correct or not? They won't be satisfied with the product, so they will lose, okay, a hope, or they will lose what do you call that, the reliability or trust on your company. Okay, they don't go for next project, okay, with your company. So this kind of problems are actually product related risk. Process related risk, when you are developing the system, when you are developing the product, what are the risk, possible risks to happen? Okay, for example, technical failure, or let's say one of your staff resign, or your main project team, one of the main team member, what do you call that, on long holiday or medical leave. All this can be example of process related risk. Anything can cause your process of developing the product affected. Are you there with me? Are you listening? Okay, two more questions only, so please stay. Only one person is two people are answering. Okay. Any more anyone else listening? Okay, good. Okay lah. Okay, so worth teaching, at least got 3 4 students. Okay, suggest and explain a project scenario where formal specification, what's the keyword? I mentioned this while teaching the formal method. Who remember the keyword that you used to explain the system that we go for formal method? Yes, very good, Jackson. Critical system. Don't tell me. I got see this kind of answer always. Student write critical system. When I was so impressed reading the first line. Then the second line, food ordering system. Ayo, critical system, food ordering system can be critical system or not? Is that a good example for critical system? What critical system example I discuss in my class for formal method? We discussed our formal method, two types of formal method techniques using that example. What example is that? Who remember? Medical related. No, I didn't explain. You confused with me and Puan Azu, I think. Maybe Puan Azu explain LRT. I explain, yes, good. Chong Han. It's actually insulin system. Insulin monitoring and control system. When you are when someone is diabetic patient, when let's say affected by the diabetic glucose level is too high or too low or whatever problem, how the system can monitor the glucose in your body and instruct, okay, the controller to induce insulin, so that what do you call a glucose induce the insulin to control the glucose. It is actually based on time and also the glucose level in your body. So such system called as critical or categorized as critical, because if any failure happen, that can kill the human, kill the user. User can die due to the system failure. Then it is critical. Let's say ordering system. I make a careless mistake. I use a wrong. Let's say I enter my order wrongly. Okay, I entered order, but the order actually captured wrongly from me. Okay, or calculation error. Do I die? Do the user die due to that? Do the users injured, get injured due to wrong calculation in the system? I got this issue when the politics change in our country. I don't know exactly which year, when they come up with something called GST. Before that, no GST, so they come up with GST. I notice most of the system they wanted. I can see obviously they are doing testing. So the bill will have GST, but they said can only start charging the customers GST from 1st July or something. So when I go and purchase, I went and purchased something. I think during that time, that point of time, the receipt will have what do you call that, GST, but the charges will be 0.00. So, like, when I see the GST, I'm like, oh, what? So they are halfway doing the system, getting ready for 1st July to launch. So that all the system will charge GST from 1st July. Happened in Malaysia. Lot of changes while that thing was happening, especially ordering system. So that kind of system, not critical. Don't give wrong example. You will lose your 8 marks over here. You see, your scenario alone, 4 marks. Scenario 4 marks. Then your justify why. Okay, what do you call that, why critical system formal specification is useful. You need to justify, you need to tell me the reason why you go for formal method if it is a critical system. That one, 2 points, 2 marks each. So another 4 marks. This question I love to repeat. You know why? This one, I every year I want to see how student understand formal specification. Okay, so I should cover formal specification in my exam. So how can I ask a question in the best way? I don't want to ask you to what are the two types of formal specification. What are the two? Okay, give me example of languages that we use for method based or algebraic based. This kind of childish question I don't ask. So what I do, I use this type of question where you have to write your scenario by own, high level. Okay, requirement cannot be managed effectively without requirement traceability. Can anyone justify? We discussed this one also in class today, because today we did tutorial 7. Anyone can give me the answer for the last question, especially those who didn't come for tutorial today? Oh, I'm getting fever. Okay, can anyone tell me the answer, please? Requirement cannot be managed effectively without requirement traceability. Why? You can actually agree, you can disagree. You have the options. So that 1 mark, can you see 5? What odd number? 1 mark is for your standing. You say yes or you say no. So that 1 mark, just for the standing. You say yes or no. Some students straight away start explaining without telling me yes or no. So you will lose that 1 mark. If you say yes, you need to give me reason for yes. If you say no, you have to give me reason for no. Okay. Sorry, I was coughing. I forgot to off the sorry, I forgot to unmute. Sorry, mute. Okay, traceability can reduce. Wait, prevent losing knowledge. Traceability can reduce risk. For example, a team member with key knowledge leaves. Okay, good, acceptable. Sengje, that is acceptable. Okay, because now when you have the traceability, when someone is not there who developed or who was in the initial team of the project, who knows everything, you suddenly, let's say, you receive a new requirement change. So you don't have to study and spend too much of time. You can refer back. Let's say the person also not there, you cannot refer back to the person. So you can actually go back to the traceability and find out how the projects are related, the resources are related. Okay, the requirement traceability track the document different types of requirements, making it easier to track changes over the time. Yes, correct. Okay, none of you explain forward or backward for this. If you are talking about yes, you are answering yes, you can explain forward and backward also. You can explain forward traceability help us to or assist us in what identifying resources such as source code, design document, test plan for each requirement. If backward, help us to relate the requirements with the what do you call that, the business rules or business what do you call organization background and so on. Okay, so that's how you answer. Otherwise 4 marks very difficult to get full mark. Okay, clear? So that's one revision. Okay, test. So for your information, I got a lot of exam paper and I chose this with a reason. It's I chose this paper for a reason. Okay, so you understand, right, what I mean? Okay, so some questions you will see something like this in your final. So but one thing yeah, so sorry, here got no calculation. I notice this paper got no calculation. Your sem will have calculation. Yeah, your sem got calculation. So no calculation. That's the difference. Yours got calculation. Okay, clear? Can understand everyone? Prepared for the final exam? You have enough time to do revision. Your exam is I guess in how many days time? 2 weeks time. True. It's about, yeah, more or less 2 weeks time. You have more than enough time to study. So whatever topic I highlighted today in the uh, final exam, past year final exam, please go through again. Please go through all the tutorial questions. Please try as many example as possible for use case, class diagram, and state chart. You can ignore sequence diagram for this round. Okay, another tips, you can ignore sequence diagram. Clear? Okay, that's all. Any question? Let me end my presentation. Any question? Hey, all went to sleep ready. Hello. That's all for today. So anyone, I haven't marked the attendance. Can you please check? Check your intranet. See whether your attendance is marked or not. Not, please tell me now before I end the meeting. Yeah, welcome. See you. All the best. Yeah, welcome. Can be from risk calculation. Can be from risk. Calculation question. So didn't come for my tutorial. You get caught. Okay, this morning didn't come. Actually, calculation can be from a few parts. Okay, it can be from risk, as you said. It can be from optional requirement. It can be from quantitative. What do you call that? Quantitative. What is quantitative evaluation? Yeah. Okay. Wait. Optional requirement and optional requirement evaluation. The other one is quantitative and qualitative, right? Yeah, correct. Quantitative. This three got calculation. But I told the students this morning which one you can ignore for this round. So meaning the others you have to pay attention. So you can get updated from your friend. Okay. Risk no need lah. This time I don't think I ask risk because my questions are so many questions. So risk normally marks will be a lot of marks. When I don't have much question, I go for risk. So the question will be very long and a lot of marks. So this time I didn't include the risk. So the other two lah, pay attention. The other two means optional requirement and quantitative. Okay. Anything else? Nothing. Okay, that's all. Yeah, welcome. See you. Bye bye. So attendance all taken, huh? So no issue, right? Okay, bye bye. See you.